Hey guys, we are going to plant tomato plants today, and we're going to talk about some of the easier ways or the better ways to plant tomato plants, what they like and don't like. And I got my fertilizer with me, and we're going to plant some tomato plants. I will eventually get around to planting all these. I have not yet. We're just going to strictly do tomato plants and some good companion plants for the tomatoes today. Alright, here's the bed. I'm going to clean it out real fast. All those seeds from the trees. I'm going to clean it out, and we're going to put the tomatoes in this bed. I actually have a couple more to plant, but I'm just going to show you this one today. You know it's East Tennessee. It's spring in East Tennessee when you walk outside and you have an allergy attack like that. And your black car looks yellow. Yeah. Okay guys, if I'm sniffling, I'm sorry, I'm having an allergy attack. Alright, so I have, these are my black Krim that I planted. There is multiple tomato plants per one, and I'm going to separate those. I'm going to show you guys how to do that. And then I also have leeks, and I have marigolds. You know, there's a couple in here, they didn't come up very good. And then I have nasturtium that I'm going to put in this bed. All right. Now there are still seeds in this bed. There's a huge maple right on the other side of me. It literally won't stop dropping its seeds everywhere. So I'm going to be picking little seeds out of this bed for a while. All right. Actually, I'm going to go on the other one. Alright, so here's the first one. These are my black Krims. Try to get close to show you guys this. I have 3 right here. And I'm going to actually pull these apart now. There's 2 different ways to pull them apart. You can put them in some water, and you can swish the roots around and we'll release them. Or you can pull them apart. I'm going to just gently work them apart. Either way works fine. And I don't know, you probably can't see this on the camera, but right here on the tomato, there's little hairs going up. These will actually become roots. We're going to plant the tomato plant deep because these will turn into roots after we plant it deep. Tomato plants like to be deep. They get really strong roots that way. And you see I just pinched off these 2 little leaves right here. The first set of leaves right here. I'm just pinching them off with my finger because we don't need those anymore. They have another set. So we're going to pinch them off. Okay, and I'm going to work these apart. Gently, back and forth. There. So, see, it's still got roots on it. Oh, and those came apart just fine. So these have roots on them. So, I'm going to, let's do the first one. I don't know if you can see this. We'll do the first one right here. All right. I don't really space my tomatoes out a certain length. I will give it about 12 inches. Some people say that's too close. I've not had a problem. I filled this bed up. I think I had, in this bed last year, I think I had about 15 tomato plants, and they did just fine. I had a huge crop last year, so you just don't want to put them too close together, but just space them out. I mean, you don't have to be set on rules on spacing out. So dig the hole, Now we're gonna plant it deep, but I'm also gonna put in some fertilizer. I just have a organic fertilizer. You guys can use any type that you like that works for you, or you can make your own. I've not tried that yet, but I might here in the future. But right now I'm just gonna use this. It's just granulated plant food, and this is for tomatoes, but you can also use it for vegetables. So just shake some in there, mix it up really good, and take the tomato plant that we ripped that first set of leaves off right here. And all these hairs, remember these hairs are gonna be roots. So we're gonna stick it in there and we're gonna plant it deep. Okay? We're gonna plant this deep. They like deep. Now some people say that you can take the tomato plant, lay it on its side, and just leave a little bit of the head up where you can twist it. I've never felt that was necessary. If you plant it deep, it'll do just fine. All right. So we plant it deep, and I'm gonna eventually put straw down underneath the tomato plants so I don't get a severe blight or anything like that. Sorry guys. The blight gets pretty bad here in East Tennessee. We have very humid, muggy weather, so it's going to go under the tomato. I'm going to show you here. All right, so we planted it deep. I planted it all the way up. It's not going to hurt it. It's going to get some major roots, and that's what we want. Now I'm going to lay all these out, and I'm going to intersperse some of the nasturtium and then also my marigolds, and I'm probably going to put the leeks on the edge of the bed where it gets the most sun, and then I'll be back to show you the bed. All right guys, I finished this bed. Now I have some nasturtium right here, and I planted nasturtium in the other corner. Supposedly if you put nasturtium with tomato plants, they give your tomatoes a good flavor. So, never tried this before. This is my first time. Well, I'll let you know how it goes. But I also planted leeks along this row right here, and I have some leeks right there. I know you can't see it, but there's a purple basil right there, and I put some green basil also. These are great companion plants for tomatoes. They benefit each other. That's what companion planting is. Both of the plants benefit from being with each other. And I think I put a marigold right there. Yes, put a marigold right there. I'll probably put one more right here on the side. Them growing together is just fine. Nothing's gonna hurt it. And now I spaced my tomatoes, and then right here in the middle I kind of like did a zigzag pattern. It's not gonna hurt them. They'll grow good together. Now I am gonna put down the straw just to help with the disease, to keep them off my tomato plants once they get a little bit bigger. And then I'm also going to either stake these or cage these, or I might put some type of trellis system for them to grow up. I haven't decided yet. Let me show you this other bed. I planted this the other day with my daughters. Now right here I have leeks, and then I have onions lining this front. And I also threw in some marigolds, and then basil. And I think I have purple basil in this bed too. And then these are actually all, what tomatoes are these? The Italian tomatoes. And then I have some beefsteak over here. And I have nasturtium in the middle by each post. And I'm going to stake these also, or cage them. I know they're little right now just because I planted them from seed. They'll get bigger. They explode here in a couple weeks and double their size. Yeah, look at my little mint. But I have a couple more beds to do. There's my carrots. They're so happy. And I have some snap peas and potatoes, and I have more onions. And I also have potatoes down in this bed and some onions. I have some cilantro right there. And that's my pomegranate tree. Figured I'd show you my garlic too. My garlic bed. This is my second garlic bed. They're doing great. I actually planted these last fall. So they've been in the ground a while. I have to fertilize them one more time. Of course, all my plants I have to plant. And now I do have sunflowers right here, but I have to cover them because I have a family of bunnies that like to come and eat all my tops off and kill them. Well guys, that's it for today, but remember when you're planting your tomato plants, plant them deep. Pinch the first set of leaves off. It will help your plant. Plant them deep so that they can get a good solid root system. Give them some food, your preference, whichever one you like, whichever is best for your family. And then I'm gonna water these in. It's really overcast. We're supposed to get rain. You never know. East Tennessee weather. If we're gonna get rain today, hopefully we'll get it tomorrow, but I'm gonna water these in to make sure they get a good soaking and they're not just baking in this mushroom compost I just put them in. And now it's starting to bake out here. It's humid already. I can't. I was never a humid person. Unless it's a beach. Give me the beach. I'll be just fine. But if you have any questions or if you have any comments on how you guys plant tomatoes, what has worked for your family, what's been good for you, leave them in the comments below. I'm always open to new ways of doing things. If it works, then I'm all for it. But just get out there and try. A lot of people don't get out and try. You might fail. I've failed many times. I was never good at this, but I kept trying and trying until I found out what worked for me. So that's the end of this, but I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys. Oh, I just saw I had my first snap peas. Yay. They'll be gone. My daughters will eat them. Yay. I had some more in here. The birds ate them. I get to.